it's Jorge from TeamJVS, giving you a quick review on the movie Fall. This movie is very surprising. It's by Lionsgate, same people who brought you, I believe, 27 Meters Down, and other movies like that. You're getting into like this thriller type of movie. The quick overall, I guess, synopsis or summary of this movie is you kind of have two best friends who go through a tragedy, and that's not a spoiler because you kind of see some of that in the trailers. But then they end up trying to climb this ginormous radio tower, and as luck will have it, they encounter a few issues. And I'll leave it at that. But I will say, this movie, for it being realistically about 99% of this movie is just two actresses who just killed it. I was very impressed. It was very neat how most of this movie, when you think about it, was basically filmed up on a tower, and you kind of look at both the actresses, and it's phenomenal how intimate they make this feel throughout the whole movie, but at the same time, how grand the movie looks and feels. Throughout the whole movie, it's definitely one of those where you're just clenching onto your chair. Your palms are sweating, like just seeing some of the scenes and the way that they are moving about throughout, especially with some of the climbs. It's just wild. It's very, I was not expecting to have a reaction the way I did. In terms of how the movie plays out and everything, I definitely really appreciated the visuals that they gave you, and it's one of the few movies that I've seen that truly makes you feel the height of it. There's some movies where you can tell someone's like really high up and they do like the typical pan down, and it really doesn't affect you. And the way that they shot this movie, it really gives you that, I don't want to call it vertigo feeling, but it's almost like the, oh crap, like we're really high up here feeling. I will say the ending was probably something. The ending for me really made the movie. I was very happy with not doing the typical ending that you see in a lot of these movies. I do appreciate the struggle that these characters felt, throughout the whole movie, like through each stage of this movie, you kind of felt different stages of like grief and seeing how they overcame some of their fears and just seeing how they could be okay with just being themselves at some point. Something that I will say, which was really nice, was the use of, I'll say the minimalistic sounds that you hear. While they're climbing, you kind of hear little creaks and little like rattles, and you genuinely feel these things as they're climbing up some of these like ladders and climbing up some of these towers. Like you feel every kind of little bit of it. You like, it's very neat. I've seen other climbing movies where you kind of see it and you're almost seeing it from, realistically like a third person, and you just feel like safe watching it, and you're just like, oh, that's fine, they'll be okay, or this will happen and they'll be fine. In this one, you really don't know throughout the whole time, which is really fascinating. Which, obviously hats off to the director. The way he was able to just make this work and make it happen, I was very, very impressed. Overall, this movie, definitely a surprise hit. And it kind of goes to show you, kind of what you can do with just two individuals at the end of the day. Because this movie, you're looking at just two individuals carrying the entire movie. showing all sorts of emotions from grief to joy to fear. Very, very impressed. Overall, the cinematography was great. I can't say enough about this movie. I was very pleased that I was able to screen this early. It was definitely a good breath of fresh air with some of the other like movies that have been missing here recently. This one hit the mark for me, which is awesome. If you are afraid of heights, I will say enjoy this movie. But other than that, this one was just a fun one. Definitely want to hear what you guys think about it when this comes out. I believe this releases nationwide. I want to say it's August 12th. So definitely, go see it in the theaters. I personally will see this in the largest screen possible. Just because it gives you that effect, and you will feel every bit of it. But yeah, other than that, I think rating wise, I'll give this, a solid, 8 out of 10. And the only reason I probably wouldn't rate it higher is, it's, I'm not afraid of heights, but I don't like feeling the way that I did with some of the shots that they did and some of the angles. It was just wild. It was very well done. But yeah, I definitely think this is a solid movie. Definitely go see it in the theaters. Cannot go wrong with that. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what were some of your favorite parts of this movie. These like kind of, I think the best way I can put it is this is one of those like horror type movies that could actually happen. Like you see like Chainsaw Massacre and all that, and you're like, oh, that can never happen. But something like this, you can actually picture it, happening. Like you're climbing up something happens, and you're just stuck there, and like, what are you gonna do? So it's very unique. Definitely very unique. It's just good. Just go watch it. Let me know what you guys think. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is Jorge from Team JVS, and we'll see you next time. Peace.